Good evening, everyone. How you doing? So this video is just going to be a public service announcement, essentially, mainly to the PC community that plays this game. For those of you, of course, most of you who probably don't play PC, if you want to stick around to understand a little bit more about this or tune in to see what's going on, feel free to stay around. I appreciate you being here regardless. But this issue seems to be purely to do with PC right now. And the issue is that for some reason, after this recent patch from EA, in this particular patch, they have made the quality of the gameplay on PC way worse than it was prior. It was actually okay as far as frame rates. Basically, after this recent patch, myself and many other PC players are experiencing a lot of dropped frames and just general lag, choppy gameplay feel, which wasn't there prior to this patch. So my goal with this video is to basically use it as a discussion board for this issue and see if we can, as a bit of a community here for those of you who are around, see if we can get to the bottom of this. I don't necessarily think it'll be easy to fix because it may be out of our hands essentially, right? This could ultimately just be an issue with whatever EA did with the coding of their new patch. I don't exactly know how. I'm not a very tech savvy person, but here's what I do know. I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 Super. And for those of you who are very tech savvy, a lot more tech savvy than I am, you can determine whether that is very suitable at this stage or not. But as far as I understand, it's a perfectly good graphics card. Now, I'm going to go into my settings. So those of you who are possibly experiencing this issue or not on PC, you could compare your settings to mine and let me know if there's any sort of interesting discrepancy there. Maybe we can get to the bottom of this. Let's go through my display configuration settings. So firstly, the resolution is 16 by 9, 1920 by 1080. The display mode for me, I use windowed. I automatically have a refresh rate of 60 hertz. I believe that's probably a default that's unchangeable for me because my monitor refreshes at 60 hertz by default. So I believe it sort of aligns that in the game, but I could be wrong. A lot of you might be more tech savvy than me, so feel free to chime in. I have found before this patch and after, I mean, I've always just kept it at 60 FPS. I found prior to this patch that 60 frames per second was appropriate for me. It seemed to be the best setting. In a little bit of research I did, it seemed to verify that trying to match the FPS to the hertz of your monitor is generally advisable, but maybe that's changed after this patch. I'm not sure if there's a better setting here. Let me know if there is. Vertical sync I've always kept off. Dynamic resolution scale I've always set to off as well. Cutscene quality, I noticed from the past that keeping it at half frame rate was usually better, but I could be wrong on this, and I'm wondering if you have any genuine insights into this. Strand based hair, I have it on auto, although in the past I have had it to off, though that shouldn't really be a key issue here. Rendering quality, I've kept it to auto. Maybe this is a setting that might be worth changing. If you know, let me know. Grass quality, low. Crowd quality, low. Cloth quality, auto. Ambient occlusion quality, auto. Motion blur quality, auto. So those are my settings. And I think what could be useful, if especially if you're dealing with issues on PC, maybe try to outline some of your settings. And if you are not dealing with dropped frames on PC and you have the interest to look at your display configuration settings, myself and I think other people who are going to end up watching this video would genuinely appreciate your insights. What's the quality of your, computer specs, your monitor, and your display configuration settings? And for any of you tech wizards, any insight would be genuinely appreciated, I'm sure, by myself and whoever is in this community playing the game on PC. So that's pretty much it for this video. We'll see if EA sorts anything out, but until then, we know that that can take a while. Until then, I'm very curious to see if people in this community can come to any conclusions. So I want to thank you all for tuning into this one. I have a particular interest in this because I would really rather not be dropping frames here on the game. It's bad enough that I have to play at least 1 or 2 hackers every weekend league. I would love to not have to play this upcoming weekend league with a lot of dropped frames, but we'll see how it goes. It's pretty much it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself, and I will hopefully talk to you in the comments. Peace.